Hello, it's Ashley here from Paper&Twine, and I'm here today to share with you some projects that I've made for Simply Cards and Papercraft issue 255. So it's January as I'm filming this. You will see this in March, I believe just after March the 7th or thereabouts. And the lovely Becky at Simply Cards and Papercrafts has asked me to make 6 cards as a product feature for Studio Light. Now, I do like Studio Light products, and my friend Hazel, who owns Dragons Papercraft, quite often demonstrates for them on Create and Craft TV. And I have got a few Studio Light bits and pieces in my stash. Hazel, of course, has designed a collection. But I've got this product bundle, which Becky very kindly sent me, and it's called In Loving Memory. And I don't know whether this is the complete bundle, but I'm very happy with what I've been sent. So first off, there is an 8x8 paper pad, 36 sheets, 12 patterns. That's 3 of each, is it? And you can see on the front, you've got some neutrals or solids, and this was the colour palette that Becky asked me to use, or thereabouts. And there are some lovely designs in here. You can see where I fussy cut things as I was experimenting and playing, but lovely quality paper. It's 170 GSM, which is almost card weight, isn't it? You can see the birds there. So this is all for those difficult moments, your sympathy cards when people are having a bad time. I could have done fussy cutting with this, but I didn't. I used this, as you'll see. So that's one of the things that is in the bundle. And then there's this paper pad. It's kind of A5-ish, A5 paper pad. And it's got over 300 paper elements that are a mixture of sentiments and little panels. I love these little scenes. You can see where I popped out a lot of flowers, because I thought at one point I was going to do a bouquet with all of these flowers, but you'll see what I've done. But yeah, lovely. And this is like a recurring theme, this kind of cutaway bit. So that's that. All very nice colours. And then you've got 2 die sets. So you've got the Sympathy Flowers and the Never Forget. And you can see there what they create. And I've used everything, I think, to quite good effect. Well, I hope Becky thinks I have. Then there's one multi-mask and stencil, this dandelion. It reminds me a little bit of, if you've ever seen Carl Escher's work. He was a mathematician, and he did a lot of artwork, graphic design with tessellating patterns, but he also did things that morphed. So this is a good example of that. The dandelion seed heads morphing almost into the birds. Yeah, and then you've got these edges that you can do lots with. So that's very nice. And then finally, there's a stamp set with just 2 images, but then you've got your sentiments. So let's have a look and see what I made. So she wanted me to stick to the colour palette, but not do too much that was grey. And she wanted some interesting shaped cards. So I hope I've fulfilled that brief. This is the first one I've done, a little oval card. And I've just used one of those background papers, die cut the seed head, the dandelion seed head, and the little seeds, sentiment from the die cut paper pad. And this is actually a Studio Light set of nesting oval dies that I've got in my stash. Stands up nice. Yes, so that's card number 1. Very quick and easy to make. Card number 2 is this Sorry for Your Loss. And I'd forgotten how much I love doing this faux watercolour technique. So if you want to know how to do that, I'll come back another day and do that. This is a complete die cut from the Never Forget die set, and then I've die cut it several times and then just cut little bits of it so it looks like it's falling. I quite like that one. And obviously with this you will get different results every time. You won't be able to recreate that 100%. Then the next card that I made was this one. It's a column card, and I've actually had a thought that I could have actually made this into the vase and the flowers be poking out the top. But yeah, you know, I need to meet the deadline. I can't keep pithering forever. But this is like an Ashley inky background, a little bit of stenciling. So that that die cut that I showed you here, I used the waste as a stencil to ink through. Love the colours in this. There's lots of colours actually, although you wouldn't know it. There's Lost Shadow, Stormy Sky, Tumbled Glass, Speckled Egg, Antique Linen. And then I've just popped out a lot of the Forget-Me-Not images, and it folds flat for postage, should you wish to post it. And yeah, I like that. I like that very much. It looks more complicated than it actually is. Then the next one, I love this. This would be really nice as a wedding invitation card with different colours and different sentiments, obviously. But I've used vellum. There's a straight edge die that I've used to cut away the edge here, so it looks like it's torn. I think it's supposed to be kind of like clouds or mountains or whatever you want it to be, but it looks quite nice as a blue. Don't you get your mucky paws on these cards. There's a lot of birds on the bird feeder at the moment. I just filled it up yesterday after the cheeky squirrel. There's a robin. Oh, he's so lovely. Yeah, so this I experimented with die cutting from the pattern papers, but I've stamped in pumice stone on the background, just rotated the stamp and just stamped off so that the edges are covered. And then I've done my inky splodging paint splatters on there. Yes, I think that's probably one of my favourite cards. Yeah, I really, really like that. And then using that edge, I used it as a mask, and I cut a piece of white card. So this is a 10th fold card. And just used chipped sapphire, that's all. Just blended, rotated the stencil and moved it along the page to get different effects. And then the stencil, the dandelion stencil and the bird stamp. And then I cut out the hole in the middle and mounted it up. Can you see the 3D foam pads there? So I think that's really effective and didn't take that long to do. Really like that. And then finally, this is a cascading pleats card. So you've got these pleats and the whole thing opens up. Which glue's not there. And I've taken one of the panels from the die cut elements paper pad, and then the same paper from the 8x8 paper pad, and just matte and layered it, and a little bit of fussy cutting mounted up. So again, that's quite simple. Some of the birds die cut. So we'll have a look now and see what they look like in the magazine. So here I am with the magic of video technology. It is the 20th of March and this was published yesterday. I'm just going to take that bit of sticky tape off there, and you can see that we have a lovely free gift. This die is going to be so useful, this birthday die. Got little flowers. So that's a free gift. Just pop it there. And this is the magazine. And if you too would like to make cards for the Practically Publishing stable of publications, you can enter Card Maker of the Year 2024. Gosh, I can't believe it's 3 years since I entered and won. Wow. And the prizes look absolutely fantastic. If you can hear scratching, Harry has had his bedroom decorated, and while it was being decorated, we emptied the room completely and he moved into our daughter's room, and he's just moving back in and he's found a wicker basket, which is very cute, and the cat has kind of made a home in it and she's scratching, so you may hear. But we're just going to have a really, really quick flick through. I'm very excited to see that Funky Fossil have got a new collection out. Here are some ideas for using the free gifts. And I'm just going to do a really quick flick through because you need to do this yourself. Craft with Tony from, what's her company called? Stamps by Me. That's rather nice, isn't it, if you can see that. But I'm very interested to see that Funky Fossil have got a new set out. Here's information. So I think if you go on Craft World, there will be an entry form on there, but look at all the loveliness that you could win. Sorry, I'm not quite in shot. I wonder if I do that, whether that makes any difference. We're not very straight either. Yes, but Simply Cards and Papercraft are the first publication that's launching the competition. Yes, I'd quite like to enter again, but obviously I can't. Then you've got two of last year's Card Maker of the Year winners. Was it last year that Monica Wakluska was one of the winners, or was it the year before? I don't think it was 2022. I do think it was 2023, but I might be wrong. Then we've got this, which is lovely. Budget ideas for pushing your skills and getting creative with one stamp set. I've got in issue 257 a budget ideas using one paper pad. That's really cute, isn't it? But I don't know what else is on. Oh yes, oh, and it's a woodware stamp. Do you know woodware? They're under the Creative Expressions umbrella, aren't they? They just do the most adorable stamps. I really like that. How cute is that? How cute. What has she used to colour it? Oh, tonic, alcohol markers. Yeah, I don't very often use alcohol markers. Here is the lovely Sarah and the new Funky Fossil collection. I want this. I want this. It's stamped on pattern paper in white. Well, there's two things. I think you stamp two, one on coloured cardstock that you, or plain cardstock rather, that you colour in, and then one on pattern paper, and that's been heat embossed in white by looks of things. Love it. Absolutely love it. And the pattern papers are gorgeous. Then we've got an in-depth guide to masking. I'm not very good at that. Moving on. Springtime Wishes. Here's the lovely Nikki Gilbert, who's editor of Creative Stamping, showing you the lattice card technique. That's really nice, actually. And I shall enjoy having a little read of that. She's done loads and loads there. And I just wanted to see very quickly. Oh, yes, look. This is just so adorable. Indigo blue. I've got this new steampunk. Oh my word. I love all things indigo blue. That is just absolutely fantastic. Look at this. I'm supposed to be on a low buy year, but I can see loads of things that I want. Just flicking through very quickly. There's nobody that I know has got a feature in this. But let's have a look and see. Oh, there's a feature on Sarah and her business. Here is my feature in loving memory. And as I can't quite get it all in, here is the first card. They've given that a little piece all on its own. Remember, we used vellum. Love this torn edge. Love it, love it, love it. Then we've got this, I think was my favourite card. I talked about how I used that die as a stencil and just used one colour. I think it was chipped sapphire. And this card, I'm really pleased with how they photographed this. Really, really pleased. And then we've got these two. This was an ultra quick make, just using patterned paper, die cuts, one of the cut aparts. And then this was where I used the waste, the negative from the stencil, and you get this gorgeous flower sprig. I really, really like that. Really like that. And then finally, the, what did I call it? I can't remember. Cascade pleat card, I think it was. Yes. And if you'd like a tutorial on that, do comment down below. But I thought we would make a really, really, really quick and simple card using the dies. Now, if you know me, I don't do a lot of die cutting. I think out of all the practical publishing magazines, I've never done anything for die cutting essentials because I just don't do a lot of die cutting. One of the reasons was that I couldn't get on with different plates, but I have recently invested in some new cutting plates for my Big Shot, which was the very first cutting machine that I had, and it was really battered. I used it at school a lot and it got a lot of abuse, but Hazel sold me this magnetic platform, and it is absolutely fantastic. So sadly these dies are just slightly too long to go through my Sidekick, which is my next favourite. Anyway, we've got some cream heavyweight card. I've just made a 5x7 card blank. We're going to do a card this way. We're going to use the die, and I've got some scraps of this cream card. The first thing I'm going to do, if I can find it, is find a decent piece. Okay, here we go. So I am going to get an acrylic block. I'm going to use my Cosmic Shimmers, a couple of acrylic blocks here, and I want to use, I think, a lilac-y purple colour. I think there's Plum Twist. There is a purple. Where is it? It's a violet, iridescent violet or something. I should have got them out, shouldn't I, before I started filming. It could be the last one I pick up. You watch. Plum Twist. What did I do? I know it's in one of these. Oh, for goodness sake, Ashley. People don't want to see you rummaging. There it. Oh no, that's not it. But I think we might go with Aubergine Dream because I can't find the one that I want. Or should we go with Burnt Orange? No, because it's going to be too pale against the cream. There it is, Purple Violet. Plumbing hell. Or heck, sorry, I didn't mean to blaspheme. And then I want a greeny colour. But I don't want the deep green, I don't think. I'm going to get my Golden Mint out, and I'm going to get my Peacock Green. Where are you? Oh, for goodness sake. For goodness sake, Ashley. Candy Pink. I had these out the other day and I thought I knew where everything was. Scarlet. This is going to have people turning off in droves. There it is. Cool. Right. Okay. So what's going to be a quick and simple card? Right. I'm going to put a lot of my Purple Violet on my acrylic block, like so, and I'm going to spray with water. Oh, that's a gorgeous colour. Look at that. And then I'm going to just do a wet on dry watercolour wash. Make sure I've got enough. Actually, I'm going to spray with a bit of water so that this moves more. Oh, I like how that has created doobie firkin. And then to get a bit more depth of colour, I'm going to spray with water again, and I'm going to just add a bit more, like so. And I'm going to put my lid on. I am going to use my heat gun. Sorry about that. Can you see that sheen and shimmer? Sheen and shimmer. I'm just going to get a bit of kitchen paper and blot. Oh, look. And we've got kind of like a bit of, where I sprayed, we've got like we get with oxides. Just going to squeeze that. I'm going to use a different brush for my next bit. And when that's a little bit dry, I'm going to die cut that, but we don't want to waste this. I'm just bringing in a bit of card. Boom, 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 for backgrounds. There we go. Okay, now pop you to one side, or pop you down there. You down there, because I don't need you anymore. Purple can go back in. And then I could have used watercolour paper for this, which might have been a little bit better. Still got a little bit of purple on there. Okay, now I want to just check the depth of this dye here. Make sure they've got enough. So this is leaves and little flowers. Yes, that's fine. So I think I'm going to spray that, and we're going to put on a little bit of this. Oh, look at the colours in that. Brush-Os would be good with this as well, you know, but obviously you don't get the shimmer. A little bit of this. A little bit more spray. Oh, I absolutely love my Cosmic Shimmers. Okay, I'm going to just switch you off while I dry these and die cut. So I'm back. I've had a little tidy up and washed my brush out, and I've run this through my Big Shot. I did it a couple of times to make sure that it did cut, because it is quite thick paper and I didn't want to have any problems. Now the letters I don't need, but I will keep them. I've got a little organiser thing that has got die cut letters, so I can use these for all kinds of things. Don't worry about punching all this out now, Ashley. The ladies at home don't want to see you doing that. Right, let's pop that there. So that did come out quite nicely. And now this, it's quite fiddly. This bit here, I'm having a little bit of an issue with. Yes, can you see there? It hasn't quite got it, so I might have to resort to snipping with scissors. It's just that little bit, and down here. Yeah, it's just, there's a little bit on my Tim Holtz, one of my Tim Holtz dies that does exactly the same. Just that little bit. There, it's got that bit. There we go. So it's not exactly all out, but it's, I think it's close enough for jazz. Get that little bit out there. Yes, so you might want to do it on slightly what's the word? And I've ripped it there, look, never mind. Slightly thinner cardstock, and maybe run it through a good couple of times and check that it has cut before you take the dye away. It's just that one little point, but it is very fine. It's coped with most of it. And there's a little bit of embossing detail on it as well, which is quite cute. Let's see if we can get that little bit out there. By Jove, I think we've more or less done it. Yes, you definitely need help with a pokey tool. Now, I want this to be a really clean and simple card, and it's basically going to be this, but kind of layered up. But I want to stamp the word happy, so I'm going to bring in my stamp platform and place the happy where I want it. And what I've done, if I pop that there, pop that there, and that there to keep my card closed. What I've done, I've taken this happy birthday from a Hazel Eaton Julie Hickey designed by sentiment medley, and I've covered up the birthday with a bit of tape. So we want birthday in the middle like that, and I think we'll have happy there. Let's just make sure that we're centering everything. Obviously, I couldn't use my stamp platform if I had this down already. Or do I want my happy? Yeah, we'll have my happy there because then it doesn't matter about the rest. So I'm going to put the lid down. We'll move you out of the way. And I'm going to stamp up in black. Ink up the happy. Take this away. I'm just going to wipe it in case I need to do it again, but I should be all right. And I guess I just want to wipe that little bit of ink up there. There we go. Happy. Oh, got a little smudge there, but we can cover that up with a jewel. A jewel, because I think I'm going to put a few little jewels on it. Move that out of the way. Now I'm going to raise this up a little bit with some foam pads. I've got some here. I'm going to just cut little bits and stick them. And that might be a little bit big for that bit. That's quite a big bit, so that's fine. Just seen another bit that I've not poked out. Can you see the cosmic shimmer though? Love it. And obviously, Ashley, you need to make sure that when you do stick this down, that you stick it on the right way, because that would be a disaster, wouldn't it? Sticking it on upside down. But you know, that's the kind of thing I'm probably in danger of doing. Take that little bit off there. It's a little bit fiddly because I'm cutting little bits. It's only because I can't be bothered to get up off my bottom and go to my drawer on the other side of my craft room where I've got some smaller foam pads. Take that bit off there and we'll put you on there. There aren't a lot of places to stick down. Oh, it's a little bit teeny tiny. I'm going to cut you in half or cut a slither off that way so you're just slightly narrower, and I'm going to put you on here like so. And I want another bit like that, but you're a bit narrow now, so you can go in my bin. There we go. You're quite a nice long bit. You can go there. I think that's just about okay. Right, and then I just need a little bit there. Have you across there like so on that little corner. Right, let's take the backing off and then we will put this in place, because it's been like watching paint dry, hasn't it, this video for you guys? I don't suppose anybody will watch. if you are watching, do please comment where you're from. I'd love to know where you are watching from. Have another little bit. And do you think you might go and buy this magazine? Can you fit on there? There we go. Right. Look, see, I nearly stuck it on upside down then. Let's move all them bits out the way, and you, and put that there. Like so. Oh, do you know, I quite like it. I would have liked a bit more variation of colour in my watercolouring, if I'm completely honest, but do you know what? It is what it is. Now let's have a look at these little flowers and see if we can get... Now you see these, you could use as stencils, and the birthday bit, you could, you know, if you were using this, you could use it as a stencil. That'd be really cute as a stencil, and the little leaves. Right, let's have a look and see what we've got. See if we can poke these out. That's quite nice, and that, and that, and that, and that. Oh, this one cut easier. It might be where it was on the plate. Look, I like that. You could put these on top, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do a little bit of a... Oh, that fell on the floor. I'm going to do a little artistic arrangement. Yes, so I think we'll have you there, like so. And we'll have you up here with this leaf. Very delicate. And then I've got this little flower. Where am I going to put you? Maybe I will put you on there for a bit of colour. Do you actually fit there? No, is the answer. I think we might have you like that. So we've got 2 lots of 3. Let's glue them down, and then we'll put a couple of jewels on. I'm going to switch you off while I do that, because you've been here absolutely ages. Typical, it's been a really dull day for most of the day, and the sun's coming out now. But here it is. It was supposed to be clean and simple. It is actually quite fussy, isn't it? But it's got quite a nice little bit of dimension. I do like this kind of thing. And you could actually put the little bits in for the D, the A and the B behind there, so that it looks more like birthday. Do you see what I mean? But I've just used some little gems, and yeah, it took us a while. Yeah, I made a bit of a pig's ear of it, didn't I? Do comment down below what you think of my commission makes, and I will be back soon. There'll be another one of these, May time, I think, when I've the makes that I've done for issue 257 will be published in May. And if you're entering Card Make of the Year, good luck. I will be back soon. Take care, everybody. Bye now.